song so much, man. It's like the best fucking part ever of the week. It's just such a good song.
I
In
see.
fact, I argue
Mhm.
that is the best intro song in all of crypto podcasting.
I'm gonna agree with that because I haven't heard another crypto podcast. Actually, no, I have, but it didn't have a theme song like that.
Exactly, bro. Ours
Yeah.
is just so good, bro. It just makes me dance. It makes me feel good in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, everybody, welcome to used to be a Bitcoin. No, I'm kidding. A Bitcoin podcast, the Bitcoin podcast. I'm the host that talks
A
first.
Bitcoin podcast? No,
A
the
Bitcoin,
Bitcoin
no,
podcast.
the. Um, I'm the host that talks first. D. I think that's your line, Corey.
I think his internet
I
might have
think
cut
he's
out.
having internet issues. Uh-oh. Okay.
No.
That's where he says, and I'm the host that talks next, Dr. Corey Petty. He always uses the pause for theatrical. Why are you laughing? It's true. He does the theatrical pause, doctor. He waits for,
This is a really long theatrical pause.
yeah, he waits for it. He waits to see if any brawls are going to come flailing towards him that he'll have to dodge. And he's like, Petty, Dr. Petty. And then
And the host that talks second.
he's down there. The host talks.
Oh,
All right.
he's gone again.
Where it's not going to happen. I don't think we're going to get him. The host that talks third is right over there.
Jessie broke.
That's right. Jesse, why do they call you broke, bro?
You called me broke. Wait, I don't know, dude. To be honest, I think it was funny because I think I was trading in 2017, and I was like, "Man, I'm broke," so I changed my name to Broke.
You came into the Slack with the name broke.
Yeah, so then I must have been like, I just put Broke for some reason.
You know, there is a unique life trick is that you end up saving more money over time if you consider yourself broke.
That's a good thing to know.
Like I sometimes will look at things and I'm like, I can't afford that. Knowing that I can, but in my mind, I tell myself I'm broke. Right. And then like 3 months goes by and it's like, whoa, I'm so much less broke than I was 3 months ago than when I decided that I was broke to buy that one thing that I didn't need to buy.
But then do you buy it? Do you buy it 3 months later? No.
I've lived, when it comes to large purchases, which the definition of large purchase for me has changed over the years. I lived under the 6-month principle.
Okay.
If I say, hey, I want a thing that costs, 4 stacks, not 4 stacks, but 4 digits. I want a thing. 6 months later, I'll ask myself the same question. If I either forget to ask the question or the answer to the question is now, no, I don't want the thing anymore, then I don't buy it.
So 6 months is how long you give yourself?
Yeah. I originally applied it to tattoos, right? If it takes you 6 months and you still decide that a tattoo can belong on your body, then you probably do want the tattoo and you'll be okay with recognizing it about every 6 months when you take your clothes off. You're like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that tattoo.
Can you imagine if you're the guy who like has amnesia and then you're like, I don't remember getting that. I don't like it.
I've legitimately forgot about my tattoo multiple times in life. Right. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a pretty dope tattoo.
Interesting. Is it like, where is it located?
Right here on my arm. Can you see? I can.
No, I can't. Okay. I don't know what it says, but I can see like writing.
It says a lot, bro. It says a lot. So anyways, let's get into the show. This is the Bitcoin podcast, where we rarely talk about Bitcoin anymore because it's just not as interesting as it used to be. Today we had a very interesting interviewed a man by the name of Jonathan Chester, also known as Sean Lennon. And he doesn't look exactly like Sean Lennon, but there's a resemblance. Anyways, Bitwage, hell of a company. Before we get into that though, Jess, we got some fucking whopper talking points to discuss here. Are you ready for today?
Yeah.
Are you sure that you're ready for today?
I think I am.
So guess who got called in? Who got the unsolicited Vitalik Buterin cavalry help this week.
Dogecoin.
The Doge community. How did you know that? You must have looked at the show notes.
No, I think I saw that, but then I saw it at the top of the show notes as well.
Dude. So a once defunct coin has now been given basically the blessing and kibosh from Vitalik Buterin himself, who loved the Doge community, always was involved with the Doge community way back in 2014, 2015, 16. A defunct token has now been given the blessing by Vitalik, and they can have a little bit of development going on, a little bit of changes going on, because there's no reason to use Doge, but until like, I guess this year when people all of a sudden were like, you know what? I do want to pay for my Snickers bars in dog money, and I'm going to make this real.
Why did he start working with them, like, officially?
Let's take a look. So Ethereum co-creator Vitalik Buterin will help shape the future of Dogecoin after joining the token's foundation. So he's joined the foundation. He's saying, look, I want to be a part of what roots this community and technology for the years to come, and I want to be a part of the foundation. So I do appreciate the slow but gradual increase in Vitalik's ability to take care of his hair. It's gotten pretty good lately. Didn't start out so great. But, he's previously said that the link between Dogecoin and Ethereum could be possible. I mean, this is just an article from MSN, MSN.com. It's a Business Insider article. It's probably got a lot of verbiage in there around, like, hey, Doge to the moon. This is it. You guys, you did it. I wonder how many listeners we have out there are like, man, when Doge gets to $1, I'll be 1,000-aire.
I don't know. Do you have a lot of Doge?
No. I think Corey had a lot because he mined it. And then now he doesn't. So you'd have to ask Corey about that. Do you have a lot of Doge? Are you mining Doge right now?
I have no Doge.
How dare you? I don't know. Will you ever own Doge?
Will I ever own it? No, probably not.
Yeah, I'll never own it. But, a lot of people do. A lot of people love it.
Wait, you have Shiba Inu? You should convert
I do,
that.
but that was not... Okay, so this is a funny story. I'm chilling. Chilling in my friend's crib on Saturday morning. And he's like, bro, Shiba Inu could go to the moon. And I was like, not really, though. And... And he was like, but what if it does? And I was like, I mean, then it does. And he's like, we should put an ether into Shiba Inu. And I was like, all right. Hey, what's up?
I think it works now.
It's the host of Talk Second, Dr. Corey Pay. Welcome to the show, man. How's it going?
I hope it works now. I'm at the beach. I can't guarantee that my internet connection is going to be as good as it usually is. So
it's all good, everybody. Welcome back, Corey. I was just telling Jessie the story of why I have 38 million Shiba Inu. So
hold on. Do you really?
Yeah, he has a lot of Shiba
around
Inu.
There. It's in and around there. So
how much is that worth? Like $3?
I have no idea. No. It's worth more than that. But I was chilling over at a buddy's house, and I was helping them with some crypto stuff. And he was like, let's buy some Shiba Inu. And I was like, no. And he goes, come on, man. It could go to the moon. And he was like, come on, man. Take a risk. What do you got to lose? And I was like, well, money.
Yeah.
Money's what I have to lose. Right? Oh, he's out. He's done. He's out for the count. Corey's gone. So I was like, money's what I have to lose. So I ended up just making a small bet on Shiba, and I have like millions and millions and millions of Shiba. Just because it's so random, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's Saturday afternoon. I got money to blow. I remember the Drake song. I got money to blow. Y'all remember that song?
No, I don't know. No.
Getting it in, letting the bills fall all over their skin.
No.
Got money to blow. It's about going to the strip club, blowing your money.
I get it. I'd never heard of it.
It's one of it was the song before the first album. Was it the first album?
There's a song that Drake had where he's like a the video, like the official music video, is he's like a, I don't know, like a trash collector. He's a trash man.
Yeah, that one's working on the weekends like usual.
Yeah, they played that after every single song that I tried to play on YouTube, and I got so mad that I just basically banned all of Drake.
Dang.
Damn, Drake got
Like, I
banned
can't,
in the petty household.
like I was so tired of hearing that fucking song. I would play like a rock song, and it'd be like the next song would be like working on that weekend like usual. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! I'm not trying to listen to the song again.
Maybe it's your fault, bro. Maybe you listen to a lot of Drake, and YouTube's just like, I know this motherfucker wants to listen to Drake. In future,
Absolutely. Like, it's not like Kaleo Drake is like YouTube algorithm. No, that's not how it works. Like, why are you trying to sell me Drake so hard?
Yeah, right. Somewhere in your cookies, there's a lot of Drake chilling. I just got a weird mental image of Drake chilling in a pile of cookies. It's weird, but anyway, so I own a lot of Shiba Inu, and if it gets to a certain price, I'm going to be one of those people. It's like, if it gets to $1, oh my god! No, it's not.
Oh, you're gonna like start shilling on the podcast now? Like, it's gonna be like brought to you by Shiba Inu? like
never, ever. I would not do that. My morals are above that. So,
hold on. Is this the same? This isn't the same podcast. This isn't the same crypto that Vitalik like burned most of, or is it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a lot of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it tanked a lot.
What's the point of it?
I don't think there's a point of it, man. I just was like, the person I was chilling was like, man, you're so conservative. You never take any risks. Because I think we had just finished the conversation like from weeks prior of like, I had all these opportunities to make a shit ton of money in crypto, but I'm really conservative, one.
Yeah.
And two, I don't like to I don't know, it seems kind of shady. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff we've been offered.
Well, it's more about, I don't know. You want to get into it? Like, this be a topic a little bit? Like,
a little bit, yeah.
What's the topic? Random shitcoins?
The topic is motivation and like what you're spending your time doing. Like, and you said something there, and that is we've had the opportunity to make a bunch of money on a bunch of dumb shit over the years that we've done this stuff.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we've chosen not to do it. So why is that?
Wait, I thought the point is that he did that. He bought Shiba Inu.
This was
but like he didn't make a bunch of money on it.
Yeah, because he bought it at the top.
I haven't made a bunch of money on it. I don't think I bought it at the tippy top. But basically, the person that I was chilling with was like, man, take a risk. You never take any risks. You got to take risks. And the person
you didn't take any risks. You have the Bitcoin podcast. We need to take a fucking risk. You spent like 2 years of your life working on a podcast, not doing anything else.
That's very true. That's very true.
You don't take any risks. Get the fuck out of here.
But like, risks monetarily.
But you buy Bitcoin, you buy crypto. That's a risk in and of itself.
Yeah,
that most people aren't willing to do.
You make risks. Like you made a bunch of risks. They just turned out to be good risks. Now that we look back at it, compared to like when you bought Bitcoin and you like I sold you basically.
Mm-hmm.
You made a huge risk. Like when you decided to sink, I don't know, $2,500 into a mining rig.
Yeah.
Back in 2013.
Yeah.
That's a big risk. But like now, it seems like an obvious thing to do.
Well, he had a good point that now that I have benefited, I should be doing like HODL plus. Like I should be taking risks with it to make it multiply.
Okay.
And the only reason I was like, I'm going for it is because this specific friend of mine is a very wealthy person. Like very wealthy, takes risks, owns several businesses, owned probably double-digit businesses in his time here on the earth, has businesses worth lots and lots of monies. He takes risks. I witness it every day. It takes him like 5 minutes. Then he'll be like, yeah, cool. Here's 15K. Boom, let it rip. And then like 6-8 months later, he's like, man, it's crazy. It's made a lot on that 15K. It's wild. You want to go to the bar?
Or it's gone.
Or that. And I don't think it's that because, I work with this person on a daily basis. So,
but you just said he made a bunch of companies, right?
Oh yeah, he's had a lot.
How many of those companies failed?
Well, all but 4.
How many is it in total?
Well, I don't want to get put this person's business in the street.
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure it's close to double-digit company, 9 to 12, somewhere in there. I don't know all the ones he did or didn't, but I'm not going to put up the person's business in the street too much. But they are a close friend of mine.
All right, so
And
like this gets into the concept of what
it's a
is
calculated
your
risk.
what's your risk appetite, right? Like,
Yeah.
what amount of money do you have to put at risk? And when we're talking about investing or gambling at this point in
That was a
cryptocurrencies,
gamble. Shiba Inu is a gamble. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
it's gambling. People, a lot of people, most people, the massive majority of people do not have money to gamble.
Yeah, hold up. I gotta pause you guys for a second. Today's episode is brought to us by Shiba Inu. That's a bad joke. That's a bad joke, but it is a joke. We
Bud
actually
Light,
do
maybe?
need to pause for the cause.
Okay, we do have sponsors.
We have sponsors. Today's show is brought to you by
we're
Manscaped.
still sponsored
So-
by Manscaped.
I'm not 1,000% sure we are anymore, but let's keep it rolling. So, at manscaped.com, you can get yourself a lawnmower. Why is Daniel making that face at you? Why is Daniel trying to make your panties explode? Because he's trying to tell you, women listening, all three of you, that he uses a lawnmower 4.0 on his underparts, on his undercarriage, if you will. And if you live in the North, you know the importance of keeping a well-groomed undercarriage. Now, let me tell you something. The lawnmower 4.0 comes with the LED light on the front. Super bright. Why do you need an LED light on the front? So you can see those little tiny hairs. Clip them. Right? Comes with a relatively quiet motor, so people won't think that you or man are using a vibrator in the shower. Wireless charging. That's right. What else do we got? We got stainless steel blades. It's all Daniel's face. Hold up. Oh, creeping above Daniel's face. Go get a lawnmower 4.0 and use the promo code TBPN Smooth. Creep up there, and you can get 20% off when you check out. That's right. You thought you were paying $100, but you're only paying 80 plus tax. It's about 8.25% tax, so 20%, you do the math on that. Anyways, you get a 20% off coupon when you use TBPN Smooth, baby. So go buy yourself a lawnmower 4.0. All right?
There's only two tools this man needs. His trusty axe for felling trees and the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 for shaving my balls.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
That's how I danced to that commercial. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, go to
I think that's how you
manscaped.com.
dance to everything.
If I were listening to like Mozart,
I gotta
back
say,
in the day,
legit. I enjoy it.
I do too. My favorite part about it is the vibration on my testicles. Damn, I think we just lost the sponsor. No, I'm kidding. My favorite part about the lawnmower 4.0 is obviously the fact that I can use it in the shower. And now I used to be in the Corey Club where I used my boleta shaver on my face as well, right? But I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to be that gross Neanderthalic person anymore. And I can use a separate razor for my boletas and my face. So, you
don't need to do that.
Yes, you do, bro. You absolutely do.
You don't need to do that.
It's different types of skin, bro. There are different types of skin. You can't.
No, it's not. It ain't.
You can't use nut microbes and put them on your face microbes. You're gonna create a microbe imbalance. You're gonna create a civil war of microbes on your face. Ask Jesse. He's the soon-to-be doctor. He knows all about chemicals, bro.
I don't think Corey can argue back with you. I think his internet is a little bit spotty.
Exactly. That means I win. So let's get back. Let's get back to the task. So here's the dope thing, right? So crypto mining got shaken up this year. In fact, I said for the first time to that very same friend I've been talking about the whole episode, the fundamentals have changed. Right? I used to for years now. I said, "Hey, crypto is still doing what it does. Fundamentals haven't changed." But the fundamentals have changed this year. And they changed when China said, "Hey, no more Bitcoin mining here, fam. It's not going down like that, fam. Bitcoin mining ain't busting in China no more." And so the world was like, "Shit, man, if crypto mining is not busting in China, where's it supposed to go?" Jesse, where does it go?
Germany and the US and every other country.
Mining's picking up again. It bottomed out at 91 exahashes, and now it's up to 128 exahashes, and it's going up consistently every day, which means these miners have found a home, which means one of two things. They've actually moved, or China's just using one giant proxy network, and we don't know where the miners are anymore. No, I'm kidding.
How cool would that be?
It wouldn't be that
I mean,
cool.
I'd love that if I'd love it if we didn't know where like miners were. That'd be even better. Like that'd be way better to I don't know. Like it goes back and forth. I kind of want to know where the distribution of power is, like where the energy's coming from. And then I kind of don't at the same time. And I'm not sure which like part of my body is going to win this argument.
Mm-hmm. I was watching this documentary called The Core, and apparently there's like endless energy in the center of the earth.
Yeah, same thing for the sun, that thing that just feeds us a bunch of energy. Yeah, that works too.
We just got to get down there. According to that movie, once you make it past the crust, the mantle's pretty gooey. So
I think that was a remake, right? Like the one you watched was a remake of the original Core. It was like 76 or something like that.
That's why that movie exists. I was like, this movie is shit.
How did
it get the green light?
They made I thought Journey to the Center of the Earth, I think was the name of the original movie.
Oh no, they remade Journey to the Center of Earth.
And it is terrible. There's like lizard people and they're like hanging out in like caves, and it's just like they just like show up and they like walk down to the core.
That's the Will Ferrell movie. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Isn't it?
The Core was 2003 movie. The Journey to the Center of the Earth had, I think, Brendan Fraser.
That's not what I'm thinking about.
Movie.
And there was an old 1959 version of Journey to the Center of the Earth. But that was the movie. It was a remake called Journey to the Center of the Earth, and it was also titled the same.
Terrible movie.
I just had
zero science involved.
Jesse, how are you Googling so fast and so quiet?
Because he doesn't look at the camera.
No, because I've got a sweet ass keyboard.
Okay, I like it. Today's episode is brought to you. No, I'm kidding.
We need.
Is there some crypto stuff happening this episode?
Yeah. So Bitcoin mining. So cryptocurrency mining. This is an article brought to us by The Guardian. It's flocking to rural Texas, right? Which is wild to me that Texas, of all places, Bitcoin mining is just flocking to. But I would
got a separate energy grid. You got that going for them.
Yeah. I would love to be able to define this term flocking, but what I will say is that this is going to be a recurring thing that we see in states that allow it, in states that actually innovate and want it there. Wyoming and Minnesota, I believe, are very lenient towards crypto, and I do believe about 3 years ago, Wyoming was the first state to actually fund a crypto mine. It was either Wyoming, Dakota, or Minnesota. One of those states that are way up there.
Do we want new oil burning mines back online to do Bitcoin?
How do we know they're oil burning? How do we know there won't be some? Let's see what they are.
Are they new, or are they old ones being regenerated? If they're old ones being regenerated, they're oil burning or coal burning. If they're new, then there might be a chance that it's some type of like a renewable energy source, which isn't likely.
I do know the ones near Austin, which are supposed to be two, are new facilities.
So heard quite a few of like old abandoned energy like generators have been turned back on in order to be used for mining operations, and then by and large those are oil and coal burning, like CO2 producing factories. Do we want that? Is that something we want? I don't.
I don't think.
I think it's stupid.
Want that. I just don't see why
but
you can't
from
take
a business
like
perspective,
a windmill
that's what's going to happen.
And like you take like a windmill and plug some ASICs into it. Just seems. I know that's very trivial of it,
Jesse.
But...
Super internet skills. What does a home windmill generator produce in terms of kilowatt hours, and what is the required wattage of a mining operation that is profitable?
Look at them Google.
I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
Those don't cross.
Let's see. Look at them Google.
Like my intuition says that
how much profit do you want to make?
The amount of renewable energy
Are we just
resources you
even?
have. Yeah, like sure, breaking even. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Sounds like a terrible idea. All right, let's see. What hash rate are we operating with?
Well, it depends on what mining gear you have, which is a very difficult situation.
What are we using?
We're using straight up horsepower, baby. We're using the fucking Ferrari of ASICs, baby.
Give me like a ballpark hash rate that you want to work with.
S9 miner. I think that's what they're on now. I don't know.
Okay, so how many?
15.
15 of them? Okay.
Psych 5.
No, 15's good.
73.
I think 15 is a reasonable thing. You have an operation. You have an operation. Yeah. 15 is an amount of ant miners or whatever you have.
Yeah.
In line.
Man, do you guys have any idea how much money Shang-Chi is going to make? Shang-Chi.
Who's that?
See, it's this new Marvel movie. The guy.
Oh, I thought that was like the Mortal Kombat guy.
No. He's the dude. I don't know anything about him. I'm not even going to begin. I don't even know nothing about him. I know he's got something to do with the Iron Man lore. Anyways, go on. What are we?
So an antminer uses 32.4 kilowatts per day, just one, or 972,000 kilowatt hour per month.
A lot.
And a home windmill generates. I had it pulled up. I think it's something.
I love this. We're doing some fact finding on
the show.
1.5. Let's see, right. It says a 1.5 kilowatt wind turbine will meet the needs of a home requiring 300 kilowatt hours per month in a location with 14 mile per hour. Yeah, so like 300 kilowatt hours. That's and then one ant miner is, what was it again?
You 32?
32 kilowatt hours per day, 972 kilowatt hours per month. Yeah, so you can't even run one. You can run a third of an ant miner for a home.
All right, so let's go with like solar. What about solar? Right? Solar's a really, really big thing going on right now. You get like the Tesla, you get a power wall.
How much how much roof area do you have? Are you building like a standalone?
100 square meters.
Okay.
It's pretty good. That's a pretty good amount.
That's a lot of square meters, by the way.
Oh, roof. Oh.
That's a lot of square meters, by the way. But like, why not? Let's be conservative. Be generous. You got a big ass house. Trying to make some money mining Bitcoin.
All right, so 100 square meters is about 1,076 square foot, and you can generate 5 kilowatts per 400 square feet of space. So about 10 kilowatts. And then that's, let's see, an area this size produce 350 to 850 kilowatt hour of AC energy per month. So you can maybe run two ant miners.
You can run 2 ant miners at your house
off of 100 meters.
Nothing else. You can't run your house on these things.
All right, so that's not my argument. I don't even really have an argument. what I'm saying is like, if I'm the person that has acres and acres and acres of those giant action movie windmills that helicopters are always flying through and crashing on, then why wouldn't I just plug up like 3 ant miners there and make a little juice while I'm juicing?
Because like 3 ant miners is nothing in the Bitcoin mining world.
Yeah, but you're making
3 ant miners is not worth the capital of buying 3 ant miners.
Okay. So what is worth the capital? I guess not. Well,
so the solar panels would cost you like 11 grand. The ant miners are each like
11 grand for a regular home. Like I say, 11 grand is around maybe an average home for putting up solar panels, right? That's not enough to run like what did I say? Like 100 square meters? Yeah, that's not 100 square meters.
You can get 2 ant miners, 2 S9 ant
miners. An average home is not 100 square meters.
And that's only 30 something terahash per second. So that's like I'll plug in 32.
So then it's not your average person. It's not your average Joe thing. You need to be a company that has put a tremendous amount of capital into infrastructure that has a shitload of money to then buy a bunch of these things to compete.
Yes, we've known that. We've known that for years. I guess then what it boils down to is that at the rate of change things are going, it's obvious that proof of stake delegated proof of stake, these systems are better in the long run for energy consumption. Corey's falling asleep. Damn.
3 years to pay that off for the infrastructure. Interesting.
3 years to pay that off?
Yeah, for like for the 100 square meters of solar panels, and then the 2 ant miners, and then not including infrastructure costs of like, conduit, and also like, I don't know, maybe like a place to store extra power.
So this wasn't going to be a show about mining. Really, if this show was going to be about anything, it was kind of centered around how there's three ways to get crypto, right? You can buy it, you can earn it, or you can get paid in it. Well, earning it and getting paid into the same thing. What's the third one?
Validate it?
No.
Like validate it?
Buy
like
it? That's
work for the
earning
network?
it in my book. In my book, that's earning. Buy it, earn it. I feel like I'm missing.
You can buy it. You can earn it through like work. You can earn it. You can earn it through like other work, or you could like participate in the network and get paid.
I used to know this by heart, but I don't know it anymore. But buy it or earn it. Let's just stick to those two. That's easy enough. I consider validating earning it because you're staking your resources to earn it. We're losing Dr. Petty. We're losing it.
I tried. My internet's too bad here. I can't keep going. I'll see you next week.
Adios.
We'll see you next week, man.
Love you all. I'll see you on the internet.
Do you want to give some shout outs?
Shout out to
no. Don't do it.
I got nothing. Got nothing.
Right.
Shout out to Status because I work there. Love them. Great people.
All right.
See you later.
I can dig it.
See you, Corey.
Bye, man. Did you see how he looked up at his wife? Did you see how he looked? He was like, shout out to nobody, actually. I'm good. I'm all good. I'm gonna give no shout outs today. Sorry. This show's kind of jumped around. No, it hasn't. We talked about mining for a while. So let's move on. So the moral of the entire reason we started talking about mining is that the hash rate is redistributing and the fundamentals have changed, right? The fundamentals have changed. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, there's something that doesn't get a lot of clout. Maybe it doesn't need a lot of clout. Maybe it does. But one of the biggest milestones right now for Bitcoin Lightning Network is that 58% of these nodes are earning yield, which is something that was like, it was one of the reasons you would want to run a Lightning node because you would make money off of all the Lightning transactions that went through your node, depending upon how much you staked to the Lightning network, right? It's very similar to staking on Ethereum or staking on these other networks. Not the same, but similar, right? You put up 3 Bitcoin worth of transaction value, and basically any transactions worth 0 to 3 Bitcoin, all right? Sorry, in between 0 and 3 Bitcoin could go through your node, right? It's pretty cool stuff, Jesse. When you like to, I mean, if it worked exactly as advertised, it would be pretty neat, because then all of a sudden you have a routing of transactions, and the theoretical upper limit of transactions per second on the Bitcoin Lightning Network becomes infinity, right? The Bitcoin Lightning Network is still very formidable in my eyes, because it's doing exactly what it said it wanted to do, which was basically usher in transactions of like $0 to $50, make them real quick, make them instantaneous, right?
I just remember the guy that I interviewed from there. He quit his job like a few days after the interview.
I remember that.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, don't talk about that. You can't talk about it yet. And we're like,
oh. No. He didn't say that. You weren't there. It was
me. Well, I think I'm talking about who do we interview from the Lightning Network twice? Anyways, he's probably still working for the Lightning Network, but that's a huge deal, because what it does is it incentivizes you as a Bitcoin holder to then not just be a holder, but you can actually. Land of the Lost was that Will Ferrell movie, by the way, not Journey to the Center of the Earth. But as a holder, you can then stake your Bitcoin on the Lightning Network, right? And then all of a sudden you're making money off of that Bitcoin. But there's so many ways to get yield off of your crypto nowadays. It's almost like people are using math on acid. Right now, you can wrap your Bitcoin and throw it on the Ethereum network, or soon, I think, if not now, you can wrap your Bitcoin and throw it on. Well, no, sorry, using the same wrapped Bitcoin, you could throw it on the Avalanche DeFi pair of Bitcoin and whatever. Right, you just have to worry about your impermanent loss. But nevertheless,
people gloss over that. That'll be a topic for later that we can eventually go over. Impermanent loss. I mean, that's just as bad as losing in this space. I mean, in general, right?
It does depend, though, right? It does depend.
What do you mean it does depend?
It depends on what you're going after. If you have impermanent losses in Ether, but you have the impermanent gains in USDC, and you want USDC, then there's no problem there.
You said if you want your gains in USDC, but you have impermanent losses in ETH?
Yeah, like, for example, in that stupid little pool that I set up, I originally set it up with it was really ETH heavy and USDC. It's actually 2 pools, ETH USDC and ETH DAI, right? Not a lot of money in total. It's like $2,700 in total, right? I've now had what are quote unquote impermanent losses of Ether in the ETH USDC one, but the overall growth of the account and dollar value is way, way, way more than the 2,700 that I put in, right?
But if you had put in the 2,700 in like ETH2 staking,
I don't think it would have made as much. I really don't. Would it? Let's think about it. So it was right in around 3.03 ETH at the time. So what's 5% on 3.03? Let's do that math real quick.
You doing it?
3, times 0.05. In a year's time, it will have made 0.1515 Ether. And the price of Ether right now is, let's multiply that by, let's just say 3,000. I will have made a whopping $454 worth of more Ether. I don't know, man. Sometimes it seems like it makes sense to me. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is the thing you guys have me so nervous about is you're like, when I take this money out of this liquidity pool, are the fucking transaction fees going to eat it down to where I haven't made as much money on this, like that I thought I have?
But you should do that. You should like.
What? Like, you should just risk your money, bro. No, I'm playing. I just want to, at a certain point, I think when this gets to a certain amount, I'm going to take the liquidity out. right? And just kind of like see what's popping, see how it went, so I can talk to it on the show. But it's a relatively small amount of money. It was 2,700, and I'm comfortable with saying that 2,700 has grown to about 15,000, right? So we're looking at gains of what's 15,000, 2,700, 5.5x. So not too shabby. But
That's
also
great.
A lot that goes into that, everyone, so that you hear, is also the price appreciation of crypto, right? So, or is it like, I don't know. But you're right. I need to take this money out of there, and I need to like talk to what happened when I took it out, so then people know. Right? That's the least.
You do a write up. You do like a little medium post.
I do talk ups, brother.
Oh, okay.
Talk ups. Right. What do I look like, a scientist out here in these streets? All right. So we'll talk about one last thing, and then we'll jiggity jet. No, wait, Alicia, are you there? Do we have Alicia's not even there?
No, Alicia had an emergency. She had to go.
We've had an emergency. So Ethereum Q2 trading volume on Coinbase surpasses Bitcoin, fueled by the interest in DeFi. So this is an article. Ethereum has highlighted the potential of surpassing Bitcoin after it emerged as the most traded cryptocurrency on Coinbase for the first time during the second quarter of 2021. So Ethereum, I've said this a lot, and I hope that you guys listen to old Negro Dama sometimes when he's talking. Let me see if I can throw him up there. Bitcoin, although the community, if you're really involved with crypto, the Ethereum community is just a different flavor of the Bitcoin community 4 years like ago, right? So Bitcoin tends to be like on a 4-year lag in both price and I don't know, virality of the community or vivaciousness of the community. They're the same. They do the same things. They act the same way. They just do it in 4-year increments apart from one another. I think Ethereum is going to blow through its previous all-time highs like never before seen this year and emulate the same exact market behavior as Bitcoin did in 2017. I think Ethereum is just going to, just for no reason at all, it's just going to skadoosh, just go up crazy like. And then we're going to be like, oh my God. And then it's going to come right back down to earth the same exact way Bitcoin did in 2017, 2018. If it does do that, yay for us. If it doesn't do that, then I'm just wrong. But I just feel that, like, I don't know, like some of the same conversations I had 4 years ago with the Bitcoin community are the same conversations I have with people in the Ethereum community right now today.
I mean, everything in crypto is pretty much going up as long as it's not being hacked.
Yeah.
Right?
This is true.
I mean, look at Ripple. Look at everything else. Like Litecoin. Like you just name a coin or name a token.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably gone up quite a bit. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like look at Cardano.
You're still sitting on the sidelines, bro? You don't want in on this juicy action, bro? No, I'm kidding. We're not.
I'm gonna go in on Shiba Inu.
You know, we was like, oh, how dare you? How dare you? No. We don't talk about price. We do talk about price, but we don't talk about price. So, I mean, that's really it. We don't have to too much talk about the Poly Network stuff that went down. We know there was a hack. So here's the funny thing: the same guy that hacked, I think, the 611 million, he just hacked another 350. He's going to give that back too, probably. And then
no, 350 is a different guy, right?
It's a different guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So supposedly, according to the rumors, we don't know no facts. It was a relatively easy hack, according to Corey and his security community. He said, yeah, it was a relatively easy hack. So this is something like, I know Taylor, if you're listening, Miss Taylor Boynihan, CEO of mycrypto.com, please, I know you're dancing because she's been like just proselytizing, for years now. Everyone, please be careful with these damn DeFi protocols. Like, you're basically putting your money into a black hole and hoping that it comes out with the intended purpose. And yes, sometimes it does, but it's safe to say that arguably more often than not, it won't. So you need to be careful. You need to use things like DeFi safety so you can protect yourself, right? You need to be careful. You just do. I don't know. So these hackers are taking money left and right. The hacker that stole $611 million last week, Jesse, gave it right back. And then they offered him a job for $500,000.
Yeah, because he couldn't move the funds.
He can only move it back.
I think he was blacklisted, right? Like the addresses were blacklisted. I don't know.
I don't want to even get into how deep that is. I know that the Tether addresses were blacklisted, but I don't even want to get to how deep that is.
Yeah. People probably want to kill you for stealing that much money.
That's very true. It's very true.
Yeah.
Let me get that out of there. I just had a bidet thought.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for it?
Go for it.
Nah, I'm not ready for it. It wasn't that good of a bidet moment. But anyways, we can wrap up.
Okay.
So please become a patron. Patreon.com/the Bitcoin Podcast. You listening right now, if you pulled over and you became a patron, you get access to the meta episodes, you get access to early releases, and you get access to exclusive interviews that we release early on Patreon. Yes, we're talking to you for as low as $1, $5, and $10 a month. I do believe it's pretty slick. Join the Slack. Go to thebitcoinpodcast.com. Go to the navigation ribbon. Click Slack. If you're on your phone, click the navigation drop down. Go to Slack. You'll see a page on LaunchPass that will launch you into the Slack should you fill out that information. If you enjoy this podcast, leave us a review. Leave us a star that relates to the level of enjoyment you had listening to us today. We'd enjoy that. I mean, that's pretty much all I got, man. Jesse, you want to do the shout outs this week?
Is that I can roll through the images for you.
No, you're giving the shout outs, bro.
I don't know any of these people. Here, I'm gonna click on the ones I do know. That's Drake. That's Lil Nas. Who else do I know here? Gosh, I forgot her name.
Margot Robbie.
That's right, yeah. Margot, I thought Robbie.
Robbie?
Yeah. Who's this lady? I don't know that one.
Osinaka.
This is from you saying it enough. Zazie Beats. Is that old wide face? I don't remember her real name. That's sad. Yeah, there you go. The dude from Lord of the Rings.
I don't think that's a shout out. I think that's a gift that we use for fun.
The Doge from Dogecoin.
These aren't shout outs. These are
the bidet that you actually sit on when you come up with your bidet thoughts. Shamu. No, wait, Free Willy.
We can close this out, I think. We can close this out, I think. I'm pretty sure that's not Free Willy or Shamu.
That's Daniel.
That's Daniel.
And that's our sponsor.
And our sponsor, baby, manscaped.com. All right, guys. Play the outro.